This single-handedly leveled up my trading. Without it, I would still be working at Chick-fil-A. You guys gotta understand, simplicity is key, and once you find a process that gives you an edge, it's game over. This is why you're not making money when you're trading. And it's another day to be productive, another day to chase our dreams, to catch some trades. But to be honest, I told you guys yesterday, if I win 2 days in a row, I'm not trading the third. And I've won the last 2 days. I won Monday and I won Tuesday. So today, I'm just gonna show up. I'm not gonna take trades. I'm just gonna watch. I may have trade ideas, send them to the chats and everything, but I'm not gonna take trades. I'm not gonna apply risk. I will trade tomorrow if the opportunity is given, but today is the day we're just gonna learn, try to educate, and just stay consistent, because even though I'm not trading, I am showing up and I'm practicing discipline by not taking trades. And if you trade, you know how hard that really is, especially if you're a day trader. You already know. Keno got TP3. Yeah, Cortez got it though. It's all good. All right, so the US30 trade idea, we call it in the private, not the private, the VIP trading network, just hit TP2. This isn't a trade that I took on my account. It was just a paper trade, testing to see what the market was doing today. So far, it's playing out. We're gonna see if we can run this low for the 1 to 2. And that would have been a throw little trade. 3 days in a row, bro. 3 days in a row, this shit would have been a 1K day. You know, it is what it is. Discipline. Now I'm about to dip up out of here, boys. I called the nice little trade. Didn't take it, but good trade idea nonetheless. I wasn't going to trade today. But that would have been 3 days in a row. That shit would have been cool, but it's all good. If I could do it 3 days in a row, I could do it on another day, some other time. Am I a little sick that I didn't take the trade on my actual account? A little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna be too mad at it, because nonetheless, it was a good trade idea. And you guys gotta understand that if you can call trades like I did today and not take it and not force yourself to take it, you have a lot of discipline. You have a lot more discipline than the majority of other people that would be in that position. A lot of other people would have took it on the real account. They would have tried to get in, would have tried to capitalize on it, would have got FOMO. And I didn't. It was good. I wanted to take it. I really did. But I didn't, and it was good. And it's good discipline on me. So even though I didn't capitalize on it, it was good that I was able to call the trade for exactly what I would have wanted to take, and it played out perfectly. So if I would have, it would have been a good day. But nonetheless, we gonna come back tomorrow. But the main thing we're gonna get into is just staying productive the rest of the day, because we got done and it's only 10:08. So how we go about the rest of the day is really gonna determine how our day goes. Because yeah, I was trading for an hour, hour and a half, and I was disciplined and I was doing everything I was supposed to. But if I don't do that the rest of the day, then it don't mean shit. This right here was the trade idea that I called out. This is in the VIP trading network. This is when I took the trade. You can see I was getting in at the previous day's high for the trade idea, looking to target this wick down here for 1 to 2. And this line right here was the 4 hour for value gap. And then you can see if we go to when the trade actually hit TP and I was able to get out, look at that, perfectly. Came to TP2, off from that previous high. It came close to where the stop loss would have been, but the 50 points ended up holding. And if we go to what the chart looks like now, look at that. It ended up going all the way back up from, guess what? Remember that 4 hour for value gap? Yep. The exact area that I wanted to be able to get out from is exactly where it ended up pushing from. It was a great day. Nonetheless, great trading. We're just gonna come back tomorrow. So this is so far for the week. You can see a net profit of 2,086 and a total of 263, and that's with 2 trades in 2 days. The longest trade was 14 minutes and the average trade was 8 minutes with a 100% win rate, $22 in commissions. When you have days like this, you don't have to trade every day. So you know, no, I'm not lying. You can see right here, net P&L for the day, 0 trades, 0 everything. Didn't take trades, so it was all 100% analysis. This single-handedly leveled up my trading. Without it, I would still be working at Chick-fil-A. You guys gotta understand, simplicity is key, and once you find a process that gives you an edge, it's game over. This is why you're not making money when you're trading. The main thing I want to explain to you guys today is that you got to understand why you're not making money trading, why you're not profitable, why you're not seeing the success that you want to see when it comes to trading, when it comes to the financial markets in general. The name of the game is journaling. I'm telling you guys, you have to journal. You probably have heard that a million times, but you have to journal. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how I journal, what I journal on, what I'm specifically journaling, because that is the main important. That is the most important thing when it comes to journaling. It's about what you are journaling. Anybody could journal, but if you're not writing down the things that need to be worked on, the things that need to be improved on, the journaling doesn't really mean anything. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I use, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up for yourself. But the first thing is, why is journaling important? Why do you want to journal? What is the importance of it? You got to understand, it's just data. That's all it is. To be successful in any business, to be successful in any industry, you need to have data. Data is going to tell you what you're good at, what you're bad at, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are. It's going to give you a good idea on what needs improvement, where you need to be putting your time into, where you need to be putting your money into, what areas are going to be needing improving. The only way you're going to learn that in trading is from having a journal, from having notes, from having data that is telling you all your trades that you took, how many trades you won, how many trades you lost. You have to treat it like a business, and every business has a spreadsheet with all the transactions on everything. You have to do the same thing when it comes to trading. A lot of people, they don't like to treat it like a business. They like to treat it like a game. I know everybody likes to say trading is like a game. You can look at it that way, but you also have to look at it as a business, because that's what it is at the end of the day. You have to understand you need to have the data that's going to be able to predict what the results are going to be like in the future. Because if you don't have 100 to 1,000 trades that are actively following your system that you want to trade, you're not going to know what your win rate is. You're not going to know what your average trade is. You're not going to know what your average win is. You're not going to know what your average loss is. You're not going to know what your average risk to reward is on a trade. And yes, you could take 50 trades, you could take 10 trades, but you got to understand the more trades that you have to go off of, the more quality trades you have to go off of is going to give you a better percentage for your overall business, which is your trading. And that's why you need to have high quality data. And I'm going to explain to you guys how to do that when we go into the notes. You can see the journal back there. But at the end of the day, when it comes to journaling, the numbers don't lie. You could lie to yourself, but the numbers don't lie. As long as you're inputting the right numbers, as long as you're journaling and being 100% transparent with yourself, there's only benefits from journaling. You don't lose nothing from journaling. It's only positive. It's only benefits. You're only going to get better. You're only going to improve. You're only going to make more money, and it's only going to teach you what you are doing right and wrong. And what do you think you're going to be able to do with that? You're going to be able to improve your trading tremendously. And mind you don't just journal just in trading. You got to journal everything. You got to journal how you're feeling on any given day, because that's going to allow you to figure out why. If you feel anxious doing certain things and you write it down, it's going to explain to you why. You're going to be able to see what caused this. You're going to be able to see what is the reasoning behind it. It's not just in trading. This is an aspect that you're going to be able to use in any industry, any business, any matter of life. You're journaling to get data, and data is going to be able to predict what the future results are going to be. And as long as you're able to predict the future results, you're going to know whether you have a good business model or bad business model. And when I say business model, you can use that for any industry, but in trading terms, a good system, good risk management, good emotional control, that's what it's going to show you. Because if you don't have discipline, if you're over trading, you're over risking, your journal is going to show that. You're going to see that you're taking big losses on specific days. You're going to see that only maybe on Mondays or Tuesdays you're always losing, or maybe on Fridays you're always winning. You're going to have all that written down. If you don't have that written down, you're going to forget. We're humans, we forget things. I don't remember the trades I took exactly last week on this day. I don't remember. You probably don't either. The only way you're going to be able to go back and look at it is if you have journal. All right, so y'all see the journal. We're about to go into it. I'm about to show you how to set up this exact journal, what I'm using it on, what exactly I'm journaling, because everything is different and I have it for a specific reason. But with that being said, let's hop into the charts. You know what I mean. So we're in the charts right now, and you guys have probably seen this chart. Not this chart. I keep saying the charts. I'm not used to saying into this journal, but you guys have probably seen this journal multiple times. I showed it in a lot of the videos. I never really explained what exactly I have, what exactly I am journaling, but I'm going to show you guys right now. And I want you guys to also keep in mind, this changes every couple of months, every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, because I'm always looking to improve on something different. So I got to get data on different things. I have to change what I'm getting data on, because if I get good at something and I'm proficient at it, I got to move on to something else, and I got to start tracking other things. You got to track everything. If it's not being measured, it's not being managed. But let's get into it right now. So the first thing I have journaled is before anything, what is this? This is on Notion.com. Notion, well, not even Notion.com, is going to be Notion.so. This isn't sponsored. This is free, completely free. Just go to Notion.com. Notion.so, you get the idea. You're going to just go into it, create an account. You can just do it with your Google account, just sign in with Gmail, whatever email you have, and you're just going to go and look at all the templates. I'm not going to give you exactly mine, because I don't know how to do it without giving you exactly my stuff and all my trades also. But main thing you want to do is just, it doesn't have to be on this. It doesn't have to be on Notion. It could be in your journal, in your notes on your phone app. It could be in a notebook. It doesn't matter. The main thing is what you're journaling. That's the main thing. It doesn't have to look nice like this. I just have it like this because I like it to be nice and organized, but it doesn't have to be like this. It could be in your phone. It could be in a notebook, just written down. The main thing you want to have is what exactly you're tracking. So in this case, what am I tracking first? You got to track the date. If you're going to be tracking the trades, you got to have exactly the day that they were taken on. And better yet, right now I don't have the days of the week on here, but at some point in my journal, at some point when I was journaling trades, I would have the day of the week in here. I would track whether I took a trade on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I could track to see what day I would lose more, what day I would win more. And it just keeps everything nice and structured, and you can see exactly what day happened what, and you can go back if you want to see a certain news event. You can go and you know the exact day and you can see it all. The second thing is I put the pair. Even though I only trade 2 pairs, either NAS 100 or US 30, I like to put whether I was trading that, because sometimes I will trade S&P, like you can see on March 5th, I took a trade on S&P, and then on that day I ended up taking a loss. So maybe I won't trade S&P no more. But it's like things like that where I can see that now. I may have not remembered. I didn't even remember that trade. So just like that, if I would have looked to take a trade on S&P, based off my last trade, I lost S&P, and it looks like I took 2 trades on S&P and lost both. So it's something to be able to, I could look back and see. The second thing is you have to have the number of trades. If you have a certain amount of trades that you're only allowed to take a day, say for example 2 like me, you got to have it written down. If you take 3, if you take 4, you have to put it down, because if you're not following the rules, you got to dig deeper. You got to figure out why. That's why you have the journal. You're not supposed to lie to yourself in the journal. The journal is meant to help you improve. The journal is meant to help you build. It's meant to build you and let you become a better trader, help you build yourself into that successful trader. The second thing, right now I have whether it was a long or short, because I'm trying to figure out whether I am better in buys or shorts. I want to figure out whether I'm better at taking long trades or if I'm better at taking short trades, which ones I lose, which ones I win more. This is something I want to actively track right now. It's not something I always track, but it's something I'm tracking right now. Another thing I'm tracking is the number of lots. That is what I'm also tracking. So number of lots, in this case, it will be contracts since I'm trading futures. And depending on what it is, if I'm trading a mini, if I'm trading a micro, then contract sizes may change. I don't really have a max contract size I could use. It's just kind of, I stick to what I'm risking. If I'm risking what I'm risking, I don't really care what the contract size is. That's how I look at it. But I have that being calculated. And for you guys, it may not be contracts. It may be lot sizes. It may be a certain amount of shares. You may want to put that down if that's something you want to actively track. Now me, I want to track that because I want to make sure I'm not over risking. That's the only reason I have it. I don't care to see what the number really is. I want to see it because based off of, am I taking more trades than I'm supposed to? Am I over risking? Am I taking more than I should? That's why I have it there, to be honest. And the most important thing that I have in this journal, in my opinion, is this right here. This is the most important thing. If I'm not following this, then nothing matters. Did I follow my rules? And then I can click on it and I can put yes or no. And it's the same thing with all of these. All of these I could just pick whether it's a long or short. So every time, like say for example, if we go down here to tomorrow, I could put, say for example, if I take a trade on US 30, I could put US 30. Number of trades, if I took 1 trade, I'll put 1 trade. If it was a long or short, I would pick whether it was long or short. Number of contract, 2, did I follow my rules? Yes. And then this is leading to the next thing. What type of setup? This is very important for me personally, because I want to track what setups I'm getting more, what setups I'm winning more, what can I do based off of the 2 trade setups I look for, because I only have 2 setups, either a false break or a fair value gap fill. So I can, whatever trade I take, I'm going to put whether it was. Now the last 2 days, you can see I took fair value gap fills and I won the last 2 days. And you can see on last Friday, I took a false break, but I also won there. So it's like something I want to track. Even though I may not get the most data yet, it's something I told you guys, 100 to 1,000 trades. You got to track long term. Then I have exit logic, meaning what was the reason that I got out the trade? Did I cut the trade short? Did it hit my TP? Did it hit my stop loss? Did it hit my break even? I need to know this because I got to know, am I allowing my trade to play out? Am I cutting it too early? Am I not being disciplined enough to hold it? Am I moving stop loss to break even and getting too many break evens? This is something I want to know. And so say for example, if I won the trade on this false break, if I hit stop loss, I will put it. And it makes everything very simple. That's why I like Notion. It makes everything very simple. And you can create this however you want. You could put the colors. You can make whatever categories you want. You could do it. You be creative with it. Be creative. This is your journal. You don't want to be bored. You want it to be nice. And then I have net P&L. This is something that I like to calculate because I like to look at it. I like to come over here and just have it all written down myself. So say, for example, I want to trade. Like if you pay attention to after this segment, when I'm done showing you guys a journal and you actively see the trades that I caught out today, I didn't take the trades, but if I would have caught it, I would have made $1,000. So let's just put that 1,000 right there. Even though I didn't make it, this is just for showing you guys how the journal works. And then what the risk reward, if I'm risking $500 and I make 1,000, that's a 1 to 2. And this is also the most important thing. Right next to, if I follow the rules, is having the link for this trade. So if I take a trade, for example, like this, I will click on it and it will show me what the trade was. It will show me exactly where I got in, where I got out, and I can go back and look at it. This is very important because, like I told you guys, you're gonna forget things. We're human, we forget. You're not gonna remember exactly where you got in. You're not gonna remember exactly how it looked like beforehand. But if you have screenshots, you don't need to remember. You can go back and see exactly what happened. You can see exactly what trades you took, what trades played out, exactly what time you got in, what it looked like, and you can also see which ones were losing. So let me go to a losing trade. You can see this trade that I took right here. This was a before, but I can see that it ended up didn't playing out if I have it as a loss for the day. And this is something that's very important because if you don't have the trade screenshot, you're going off of data. Yes, that's very good to have it, but if you have the picture and you can see exactly what happened with everything that happened, it's even more. It's just so much more beneficial. And then the last thing is the notes to myself. Now, me personally, in the notes to myself, I like to kind of explain why I got into the trade, my thought process, where I'm targeting. I have 9 a.m., 1 hour in daily for value gap fill, targeting the previous day's low, 9:45 a.m. at the 4 hour for value gap at 39,200. I could see that more than likely I was just kind of talking to myself before the trade played out, what I was thinking, and then you can see the trades ended up playing out. But really, this is my journal. You don't got to have it overcomplicated. Keep it simple. You want to focus on exactly what you are journaling. The data is the most important thing. Everything that I have in here is important to me because each and everything is helping me develop in one category of trading. You have to have it the same way. You don't have to have exactly what I have on here. Have what is for you. Have what you need to work on. Have what you think is going to be next for you. You can have some of them, yes, because some of these I recommend, like the dates, the pair, the number of trades, the net P&L, the did you follow the rules, and you can have, I also recommend having a screenshot, but the other things like the setup, the number of lot sizes, exit logic, you can kind of play around with them. You can have whatever you want. Be creative. It's your journal. This is meant to help you and develop you into the successful trader that you want to be. Now that you know what my journal is, what exactly I'm journaling, why I'm journaling, and the importance of journaling, just start journaling. It doesn't have to be complicated. Get a little book. You can even have one just like this. I like to journal in this also. I don't take my trade journals in there, but I like to journal things just in life. I like to journal stuff with YouTube business ideas. Have a journal. You want to be able to visualize your thoughts, visualize your dreams.